kamera landscape, di kamera belakang aja.
Ini gue harus share dulu soalnya
Ini nggak bisa dikencengin ya?
Klik ya.
Hah? Oglek?
Harusnya bisa sih.
Bisa tuh kayak putar-putar.
Terlalu goyang ini, kayak mau copot gini. How do you?
Kayak putar terus.
Nah,
Oh, kameranya kamera depan. Should be kamera.
Ini bisa kok.
okay. Just be like this.
Bisa.
We need one more box. Nggak bisa.
Ya udah.
Tinggian. Jadi yang ini dulu nih. Harus.
Should be good. Iya.
Yeah. Dok.
Coba ya. Coba kiri. Sini. Kalau dia nggak ini, biru-biru.
Oke.
Ya begitu. Back to questions ya. Start. Boleh dulu ya. Start ya. Itu kok. Oke. Oke. Ya. Nah, gitu.
Okay. This one.
Ini udah oke, Beb. Ya, it's good.
Gue harus upload ini dulu. Gue upload dulu, coy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Screen aja nggak bisa.
Berapa orang lebih dari mana? How do we see how much?
That's one.
One.
Cuma berarti baru gue. Karena kita belum share ini. Kan ini harus di share dulu.
Hi guys, so thank you guys for tuning into our Q&A live session here on Instagram Live and YouTube Live. So we're actually waiting for more. Oops, sorry. So we're actually waiting for more people to join in. That way we have. So if you have any questions, we can just answer to most of you guys. So just be, just wait here, and then we'll answer your question if you have any.
Jangan terlalu goyang.
Okay, it's a little awkward because it's not on the portrait mode.
Yeah, we can use a different phone to, like my phone, look at the comments.
Yeah.
Bisa. But my phone's battery is dying too. 10%. I need charger.
Alright.
Maybe
You don't have any more charger.
How are you guys doing? You can just write.
Kok bisa nggak bawa charger ke kantor? Pinjam aja, pinjam.
pinjam barangnya kan.
Oh. Huh? Yeah. Hi all.
Ini lo harus stay terus di situ deh. Kan saya question kita coba jawab aja ya gitu. Ini gue yang mana jadinya nggak apa-apa ya? Oh ya udah kan gue udah kirim ke ini nggak baik. Sebentar ya.
Okay, so while waiting, I think it's nice of me to ask you guys where are you guys from, like who are joining the Q&A session. So if you could comment from which uni are you guys from and how old you guys are, that'd be amazing. Just leave in the comment below so I can read it. We're getting more people joining.
How many?
also waiting for the screen to pop up behind me. Tadi kan di extend ya, coba kasih di extend. Udah, di sini gitu dong. Duplicate deh, extend.
Bela dua. Tiga.
Dari kemarin
Gue flip kamera dulu karena keputar kalau kamera depan.
ini jatuh di mana?
Lu gimana? Harus sendiri.
Hasil ada begini aja.
Ini rekat.
Terus
Pakai kamera belakang bisa.
gini.
Right. Okay, we're like waiting for your question. So if you have a oopsie, sorry about that. So if you have any questions, just throw it in the comment section below. We can maintain looking at your question from here. So just throw it all out there. If you have any questions, you can ask about the programs, and you can also ask about the essay questions. Jadi kayak contohnya kalian punya problem while writing the essay, we also have Anthony Sions here, who are an expert in the essay. So if you have any questions regarding your essay writing process, you can also throw it up down there in the comment section below.
Pertanyaan dari Jumat kemarin. Kapan kita mulai bahas?
Kamu udah bahas aja.
Kalau sekarang ya,
Kayak semalam.
udah.
Iya.
Okay, so thank you again for those of you who are still patiently waiting for more people to coming in. While waiting, we will go through some of the questions, some of the burning questions that most of the people out there ask us regarding the YLI application. So we're starting from question number 1. So, apa YLI akan menerima mahasiswa yang GPA-nya biasa saja dari kampus biasa saja? Okay, again, what we're trying to emphasize here, so we don't really look into from which university you guys are from. We are looking more into you as a person. So no matter where you go to the university, for example, like you go to ITB, ke UI, ke Universitas Andalas, Sumatera Utara, or like anywhere, we don't care as long as you have a good story that is aligned with the kind of people that we're looking for here for YLI application. So yeah, just encourage your friends, encourage your family, adik kelasnya, juniornya atau seniornya untuk apply to YLI because who knows that you guys are actually the kind of people that we are looking for.
Yang apa? Langsung.
Do we have next question? Or again, if you have any question, you can always write in the comment section on our Instagram live because I'm actually live viewing from my phone here. Okay, next question. I recently graduated last February. Am I still eligible to send application? I really want to try, but I am a little bit fast to finish my undergraduate studies. First of all, congratulations that you finished your university earlier than other people maybe. Anthony, do you have any answer for this?
So you graduated last February. Look, here's the following, right? I think we really want to help you guys. So I think just submit the application. We will put it into consideration. We can still accept yes. The answer is yes. We will still look into your application. It's not like she graduated February, bye. No, we will still look into it. But then we'll take that situation into consideration as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just apply. Okay, this is more into the CV section of our application. At the leadership activities section, the one with 3 choice of the person experience, can I fill the activities that I'm currently having? For example, I am the head division of human resources at orientation of new student, which the period is from May 2018 to November 2018. Or the activities have to be my past experience. Thank you.
Good. No, the answer is yes. You can definitely put it in. So it doesn't have to be something in the past, right? If you're currently in that role, sure, why not? You should put it in. If you, but again, we have 3 slots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So choose the most impactful one. If your current role is you think is one of the most impactful 3, then definitely put it in.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay. Some people are waving in the Instagram live, so hi back to you guys. Okay, sorry. Next question. Okay. If I just recently graduated from university and I am currently not yet working, am I eligible to apply for YLI as well?
Yes.
Yep.
The answer is yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Next.
Next. Is the application for 3rd and 4th semester student?
Semester or year?
Dia sama.
Is it?
Bener.
So,
Yep.
not the 3rd or 4th semester, but 3rd or 4th year. And actually, it's not even 3rd or 4th year, right? So you should look at it this way. Your program, is it a 4-year program, or is it a 3-year program, or is it a 5-year program? If it's a 4th-year program, which means that the last 2 years of your program will be the 3rd year and the 4th year. Hence, you're eligible to apply. If your program is a 5-year program, then you're eligible to apply on the 4th and 5th year.
Yeah.
Likewise, if your program is only a 3-year program running, then you're eligible to apply on the 2nd year and the 3rd year. So it's the last 2-year annual period of your program.
So this is a little bit tricky question actually. Jadi kalau misalnya program kalian cuma 3 tahun doang, I can mention some example, right? Kayak SBM ITB.
Yeah, you can.
You guys have a 3-year program, right? So third and fourth semester, that means it's second year. So it's the last 2 years of your uni. So yeah, technically you can
Yes,
apply.
technically, yes, that's right. All right. By the way, this is important. So if you could take note, that would be good. We are not just looking for business major or engineering major or all the usually the usual participants of no. We are looking at everything. So we're looking at every major. We even look at law, for example, or maybe fashion if you're in fashion, right?
Or medical.
Or medical, absolutely. If you're in medical, we have actually accepted a few medical students before.
Yeah.
And if you're in literature, for example, yeah. So everything and everything. Maybe you're in nutrition or food tech or what else?
Seni rupa, art,
Yeah, art. If you're in art, definitely apply.
like music.
Music, maybe, yes, definitely. So, no limitation whatsoever. We're looking at all kinds of candidates.
Oh, why is it so big? Okay.
What's the question?
Boleh bantu? Bentar. Clap.
Oopsie. Wow. Okay. We have like a letters. Okay. Okay.
Ini kan udah.
Okay.
Right. Ninth semester, can they? So again, this question would be depending on. So ninth semester means you're at 4.5 year, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're you're about to graduate by the end of your 5th year, then yes, because it's part of the last 2. If you're late, for example, it's supposed to be a 4, so you're supposed to graduate the 8th semester, but you're late, yes, you're still eligible. You're still eligible to join.
Yep. There's a question on Instagram Live. So physical education. Ini maksudnya olahraga ya. I think it's connecting from the major.
What does it mean, physical education? Can you answer? What does
So
it mean by
Devilicious
physical
06. I think ini yang relate to people who are majoring in tadi loh yang we discussed.
Yeah, can you just write a long, complete question sentence in the comments, please? We'll revisit the question. Next. Next.
Sorry. Bentar. Gimana sih? Apa?
Use the arrow.
Yeah. Just use the arrow.
Press escape.
Okay. Okay.
It's the arrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this is a good question. So, apa saja yang dilakukan selama 6 bulan? Apa yang kita dapatkan? So, I think if you guys joined our info session last time, you guys know the answer to this, but let me just re-explain again. So, YLI is an intensive leadership development program who was initially initiated by a McKinsey & Company. So, what you guys will get during the 6-month program? So, we divide it into 2 types of.
Let's show the
Yeah. Can you show the info session again?
position.
Bentar lagi.
I'm head back to you guys in a sec. All right.
It's okay. They can wait a few seconds. It's fine.
Alright, so balik lagi ke pertanyaannya, jadi kayak 6 bulan kalian bakal ngapain aja sih di YLI? Okay, so over the 6 months, so you will be expected to fully committed to the program. Dan dari 6 bulan itu kita bagi into two types of activities. The first one would be field work, and the second one is forum, actually forum and field work. And in the span of 6 months, we are going to have 3 forums, Forum 1, Forum 2, and Forum 3. Forum 1 with the theme of lead self, Forum 2 with the theme of lead teams, and Forum 3 with the theme of lead change for Indonesia. And in between those forums, you will have to do some field works that includes a personal project and also a team project. So moving into the first forum, in lead self, we are going to expect you to learn about how to lead yourself first. So in the forum, you will learn a lot of modules, including the centered leadership modules, which focusing on how to develop your leadership skills in terms of self-leadership. And then the second thing that you're going to learn is also a problem-solving skills, which is a module that is developed by McKinsey and Company. There, the module is going to be very, very useful for the next thing that you will do, which is the personal leadership project, which is the field work after the forum. And the forum is going to be happening for 2 days on the weekend, so it's not gonna ngeganggu jadwal kalian di sekolah. So Sabtu dan Minggu, and it's gonna be in Jakarta. So all forums will be happening in Jakarta. Tadi balik lagi ke forum 1 itu itself, 2 days in Jakarta. After you finish the forum 1, you will be expected to work on your personal leadership project. What is a personal leadership project? Actually, PLP is a project that you guys have to do, you have to develop. Temanya apa aja, kalian apa aja, literally everything you can do. You can choose any theme for the PLP, but we expect you to finish it in 2 months. And it has to help, in a way, helping to solve the problem in your surroundings or in your community. So 2 months, you will also be guided by the YLI alumni or McKinsey consultants in this case, so you will not be left alone doing the PLP project. Okay, so forum 1, 2 days, and then and then you have to do your PLP field work for about roughly 2 months or 10 weeks. You'll be expected to go back to Jakarta. You will be invited back to Jakarta to join the forum 2, which is focusing on leading teams. Because after forum 2, you'll be embarking to the next project that involves a team project. In forum 2, belajar apa aja sih? So again, you will be expected to learn modules from McKinsey & Company, like how to receive and provide feedbacks, and how to build high-performing teams, time management, and etc. That is related to leading teams. From there, you will be grouped into several groups. So we are actually partnering with some companies or some organization in Indonesia to provide a project that you guys will be working on for the next 3 months or the next 12 weeks after Forum 2. The range of project itself it's varied. So ada yang dari private companies, ada yang dari startups, ada yang dari social projects, ada yang dari public sector. So a lot of projects coming in to YLI to be work in the future by you guys, by the BLP teams. Di Forum 2, 2 hari di Jakarta, and then moving on to the BLP, you guys will be grouped in teams of 5 to 6 people in one group. Then the kind of project or the kind of problem that you guys will be working on is not made up. Jadi project-project itu tuh sebenarnya kayak project asli dari these companies or this organization who needs help to solve the problems in their organization or company. Jadi bukan sekedar gara-gara YLI dibikin. No, this is a real project. And from there, again, you will not be left alone in a team working on that. Enggak, jadi bakal ada yang help to guide you, help to coach you for the next 3 months. And most of them are either McKinsey consultants or YLI alumni who have a experience in this sector. And also there will be coaches from the representative company as well. Now, 12 weeks. Apalagi, again, you will be invited back to Jakarta to attend the Forum 3, which is the lead change for Indonesia. 2 days weekend. The theme is lead change for Indonesia. So here we expect that you already learn a lot about leading self from the Forum 1 and also leading teams in the second forum. So now we want to focus more on the bigger scale here, which is Indonesia, because we also want to know your aspiration, your passion for the development of Indonesia. That's why we have the forum free here. Again, modules, and what is unique here is that since you guys are on your mostly on the final year or like third year of your university, we also expect you to embark on your first entry level job after university, right? That's why we also provided modules in CV writing and also interview modules. We also provide you an exclusive job fair. Biasanya kalau misalnya job fair itu kalian yang nyari kerja, but like this time it's different. We are gonna give you a bunch of companies coming into the forum, and then they will apa ya promosiin vacancy di perusahaan mereka karena we believe that you guys are like the great future leaders who have an amazing skills after 6 months of leadership development process. So that and in all forums, so bukan cuma modul doang, tapi kita juga invite inspiring great speakers from prominent Indonesian leaders to inspire you with their leadership experience. Jadi nggak cuma bosan belajar modul doang, tapi kita juga invite all these great leaders from Indonesia to come and inspire us in this session. Okay, I think that's a long explanation on our program. We have like a few questions here. Okay, so Andrews_Ryan have a question. So my senior high school leadership experiences are still including in the past 5 years. Is it okay to fulfill them in the leadership activities part? Yeah, sure. If you think your senior high school leadership experience is one of the most meaningful and one of the most impactful story
Yes.
in your life, you should totally write it.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. So. Okay, Gabby, do you have other questions? Okay, there's a question from Cynthia Julia about the essay. What if my essay discussed 2 topics out of the 3 choices of topics? Is that okay?
That's a difficult question to answer because it really depends, right? For example, what are the topics? There's the lead self, and then lead team topic, and then lead change topic, right? So the answer is you can even combine all 3 if you want. But again, it's gonna depends a lot in when I read the essay, will it flow or not, right? And then will it show the points and the key messages and the achievement and the things that you're doing is that gonna show or not? So that's the most important thing, because so if you want to do all 3, if you want to do, then sure, by all means go ahead, but make sure that that the people who read it is really clear in terms of what you're trying to say. Because the last thing that you want is, because you choose 2 topics, then when I read it, I became confused. Are you talking about A or are you talking about B? Simply because it's not merged into a story, right? So be mindful of the storylining so that you show each point really nice, so that when people read it, they can follow your story, they can understand. If they can understand, then sure, you could do both topics.
Yep.
Or even 3 if you want.
Okay, Cynthia, that was the answer. Okay, kalau saya liburan di bulan Desember 2018 sampai awal Januari 2019, apakah akan mengganggu kegiatan?
What do you mean by liburan? Meaning that you are gone for the whole 2 months, or what? Right? That depends. So when is the forum?
So Forum 1 will be in 25th, 26th August. Forum 2 is going to be in October 27, 28. And then the Forum 3 will be in January 19 and 20th. So
Right.
that's in between Forum 2 and Forum 3, which means you will be in your BLP period. Which means,
Right. Which means that if you are planning on vacation like this, then be mindful of how long you're gone. If you're gone for a whole month, then that's gonna be difficult, because it's practically it means that your team will lose 1 person for a whole month,
yeah.
right?
And then we plenty for the team members.
Yeah, that's right. Now, however, in terms of the January part, you need to definitely be in the third forum. There are no exceptions. You can't not attend any of the forums.
And it's gonna be in January 19th and 20th.
All right, next. So, how long between October and January?
3 months, around 3 months.
Does it include the year-end break? I mean, year-end break should be on top of the 3 months. Is it on top?
Termasuk. So November, December, January. So it's included.
Okay, we'll discuss. Next.
Okay.
Is this the last question?
Kalau dari Instagram sama Line gitu.
Alright.
Alright.
Any questions from the YouTube live, maybe?
Just to mention, again, do not submit your application last minute because this is very very common in YLI history. Jadi kayak dari hari-hari terakhir itu website kita crash gara-gara most of you guys are like trying to submit the application and then the website is
Yeah,
pusing.
please don't do that because
Mhm.
the last thing that you want is you're not getting accepted because your CV got bounced back because traffic of the website is too full, and that's the last thing that we want. So
Yeah.
do it now.
Don't do it last
Do
minute.
it tomorrow. Do it now.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Okay, there's a question. A little follow-up question regarding the essay. It is suggested that we need to state clearly the personal narrative topic in the introduction. Is it required to state a theme loud and clear?
Hmm.
I think it would be helpful, see.
So loud and clear how? Loud and clear inside the paragraph or before the paragraph, right? I would suggest you do it before the paragraph. So before you start, you say topic, lead theme, topic, lead change in Indonesia, and then you start with the beginning of the paragraph. When the paragraph started, it needs to be a cohesive storyline already. So don't let what do you call it? The loud and clear theme to get in the way of the storyline. So when the storyline starts, it needs to be a good storyline.
Yep. So it's better to put it before you write everything else in your essay.
Yep. Yep. Very well. Noted too. Okay.
Which one? That's the first one. That's the first one. Okay.
All right. Look, this session is scheduled to be until 6, is it?
Yep.
So we'll wait 10 more minutes for both the Instagram and the YouTube live.
Mhm.
So 10 more minutes for any question, and we'll answer them after 10 minutes.
Yep.
Go away.
Yeah. I think just a heads up or just a comment. Since like all your questions will be viewed by other viewers as well, so don't be afraid. Jangan malu if you feel like your question is not important or like pertanyaannya yang gimana, but just type away. Who knows that other people out there in the world watching the stories are also penasaran juga with the same question. So just ask away a question. Okay, we got more questions here on Instagram Live. Okay, Joandy, I think you're following the. Okay, so Jaka Satria 87. Is there any interview after I got accepted in the first phase? Yeah. So here, let me explain about the screening process here. So after we close the application, we are gonna see and distribute your applications to the screeners here in YLI team. So how we do it is that we're gonna first screen your CV and essay, so we're gonna read everything that you have written in the application process, and then we're gonna moving on to the second cut. After the second cut, we are gonna do a calibration to select the people who will be invited to have an interview session. So those who will not be invited to interview session will so those who will move on to the next phase, which is the interview session, will be notified by the future interviewer. So just make sure you put your phone number or like your email address clearly and no typos in the application, because that's where we are gonna try to contact you. Usually the screening process your CV and then interview, and then from there we're gonna do another collaboration, and then we're gonna select the final participants. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, Rahmat Setiawan. Hi Kak, if I'm selected as a participant in the near future, is the accommodation, including flight ticket, are covered? If yes, how about participants who come from other countries? Good question. So this program is fully funded by YLI Foundation, so you will not be expected to pay any money in terms of flight or accommodation, because we're gonna menanggung semuanya. And yes, that's including hotel stay when you're in Jakarta if you're from other city or like other country, and also including the flight ticket. But however, if you are from other country outside Indonesia, we will only cover $250 for your flight tickets, and if your flight ticket is more than that, you will be responsible for the rest of the purchase of the ticket.
Per trip.
Per trip, yes, per form. I mean Indonesian students, yeah.
Per forum.
Per forum.
For each form.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
I answered. JB, do you have any question from YouTube?
I miss.
It's a flight ticket question.
Oh, okay.
Di YouTube quite passive.
Again, ask away questions. We'll be ready to answer. So, looking at this, how do you guys feel about the essay topic? Write in the comment your personal comment about the essay topic. Do you think it's hard or do you think it's easy?
Your question, Kak?
Okay, Evelyn Benet. Hello. Would like to ask regarding the essay too. Great. If there are some of the unmeasured impact created, such as number of people inspired to also make a change to the session we brought in mindset, a bonding team, and other qualitative attributes, is there any tips in putting this to be accountable impact in the essay?
So we're writing it really carefully.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's maybe the reason why you think that it's not quantifiable is because the people that you inspire hasn't made any impact yet, right? Now, that is correct. However, the number of people that you inspire, that by itself, let's say it's 10, 15, 20, 100, that by itself is already quantifiable, right? I'm doing the session and I managed to talk to them one by one, before and after, for example, and I could say for certain that I have changed the mindset for the better. I've changed the mindset of 15 people, right? That by itself, 15 by itself is already quantifiable. Yeah, so I think does that answer your question? Let me know. Hello, I just want to let you know that the website for the registration cannot be accessed at the moment.
Oh, okay, we're gonna look into it.
Can we look at it now? Well, let's look at it now while we wait. Okay. Does fresh graduate eligible for this program? So, yeah, there are several questions for this already. So basically the answer is Depends. Depends on how fresh graduate are you. Are you? When will the result for the first phase be announced? When will the
We're not gonna announce the result of first phase. Kita cuma reka.
Yeah, explain.
Okay.
When?
So yeah, so we're not gonna explain the first phase of the selection process. Jadi kayak yang kita announce online out there itu cuma the final announcement, which will be on August 15 or 16. So yeah, so we're not gonna disclose information about that in terms of when is the first phase of selection process will be announced. And regarding the website, we're checking with our developer at this moment, and once we heard back from them, we're gonna inform you guys what happened in our website.
So basically what we're saying is what's the first phase?
The first phase is the first cut. So the first phase is screening, the CV and essay screening process.
Okay, second.
Is the second cut of the screening process, and then interview process.
Right, so which means that the first and second is for me. It's a 2 session for me. But for you, the whole thing is just 1 session. Right? We will call. We're not gonna publish, but we're gonna call you guys and schedule a separate interview if you guys are selected. But we're not gonna publish who we are going to call.
Yeah.
So first screening cut, second CV and essay screen cut, it's basically the same process. And we're gonna call you, but we're not gonna publish anything.
Yeah.
And once we're done, we're gonna publish who we are going to accept, right? So basically, from your guys' perspective, it's just one phase.
Yeah.
There's no 2 or 3 phase. So even you might not get a call, but still get accepted. Still possible. So just wait for the just wait for the last announcement.
Yep. So how long this program will last? It's 6 months. So starting from August 25th to January 19th. So roughly 6 months program.
Yeah, so 6 months program divided into 3 forums. First forum in the beginning, and then a project, and then the second forum in the middle, and then another mini internship, which we call BRP, and then the third forum. So please look at our
Website?
video
A video, yeah.
in YouTube. Is it uploaded already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have uploaded video in YouTube
For session.
for the info session that we've done on Friday. It explains all about it.
Saturday.
Nice.
Okay, so the answer.
All right. Good.
And it is
2 more minutes.
There's one question on the YouTube.
Yep.
Nih, bentar. Is there any explanation or clarification comes from the assessor or committee regarding for the reason
Why you're not accepted? Is it?
for the reason he or she passed or didn't pass the selection
Right.
process?
So we have a very, and I repeat, very rigorous selection criteria. I happen to be in them for quite some time already, and I can tell you it's very rigorous. It's not quite rigorous, it's very rigorous, and it's quite tiring. So not that I'm complaining, but the problem is here's the problem, right? Usually we have around 1,000 to sometimes even maybe around 2,000 participants who apply. If we have to explain one by one why you got accepted and why you didn't, it's not gonna be possible. Let's just be very realistic. There's no way we can explain one by one. But if you are very curious, then just come and drop by. I'll be there. Leo will be there. A lot of people is gonna be there. Just drop by and bring your CV and show it during the break, of course, not during the session. During the break or after the session, you could show it to me, and I'll be happy to explain to you all that you want to know.
But you may not join the session, the forum.
Yeah.
Only the selected participants will be able to join the forum. But again, after the session, maybe you want to see Anthony.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can't join the session, but you can drop by and see what it looks like, but
Yeah.
you can't join.
Yeah. Okay, any more question? YouTube, Instagram? We have around like 5 minutes left till we close the session. Cool. Okay. Any question on YouTube?
We will
One-
wait for 3 minutes.
One more question.
Yep.
Will you post the last Saturday live info session to YouTube already? Right?
Yeah,
Last
we did,
Saturday?
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Just check on our
Where's the link?
channel.
Where do we put the link?
Yeah, the link is bit.ly.
No, I mean, where do we publish the link? Is it in the website?
It's in our.
It's in our Instagram post. Our
Or you
latest.
can go to YouTube and then search for Young Leaders for Indonesia for our account, and you'll be able to see our videos there, including the forum videos. So if you're penasaran dengan how we did our forums in the past, and our most recently posted info session video that be on our YouTube channel. So
Any chance we can get it to our website? Is it difficult?
yes, it's possible.
Can put it.
From 50
Typically,
to 60. From 50 to 60 participants
per program.
per program, but not limiting. If we can get more, we'll get more. But of course, we have to maintain the standard of quality of who passes. But in general, usually it's around 50 to 60 participants.
Yep.
Stunning. What makes our CV stunning? What makes our CV stunning? What makes our CV stunning? Let me think. Number one, the CV needs to be well written, right? What do I mean by well written? Well written means when I read your CV, let's say you say head of, I don't know, what are the head of JGTC, for example, in UI, right? But then the title is not clear. What do you mean by head, right? Is it the right name? What's your role there? What did you do? And then the explanation is only one sentence. JGTC is just goes to campus. But you're gonna suck if you put it that way. Because I don't know at all. I know JGTC is just to campus, goes to campus, right? That's one. Second, you put the grand name there. You're in charge of this event, but there's no explanation of what that event actually is. I don't know what that event actually is, so how would I know just from name, right?
Yeah.
So that's point number two. Point number three, you explain what your role is, so I know what you do there. And number four, your impact. What impact did you generate in the capacity of your role? So that constitutes into the first big idea, which is well written. So everything is well written. If you write it with niat gitu ya, nulisnya niat. When I did it, I can also see that lu niat.
Yep.
So then, very clear, very easy to understand. Right explanation is given, but still concise. Good, that's one. Second, how do you spark from the CV? It's when I look at it, oh wow, it's grand, right? The scale is huge, or the impact, the change that you bring is fundamental. You're changing people, you're changing situation, you're changing problem. Basically, the impact is deep, or the impact is large in terms of scale. It could be either. It doesn't have to be national level. It could be within your environment or within your neighborhood. But then the change is deep. It's deep, right? Then it sparks. The typical things that doesn't spark is the usual, that everybody is the same, right? I don't know. I don't remember any example for this, but if you feel that, oh yeah, maybe 1,000 other people is doing the same thing as me, then yeah, it doesn't spark, right? Basically, that's the answer. It has to be unique. Yeah, I guess if I have to put it, number one, it has to be well written. Number two, the impact has to be deep or large in scale. And number three, it has to be unique. Yeah.
Say for example, like you're a treasurer or like kamu bendahara di satu organisasi, and then you only write kayak, I keep this budget of yada yada, say 25 million, and that's it. You don't tell anything there. Yes, you keep the money, but then so what? What did the organization use the money for, and how do you?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
How do
exactly
you,
right.
help to, for example, fundraise or like get more money for your organization? That kind of story that we
Yeah,
actually.
basically what stands you apart, because if you just say I'm a treasury, then there's a whole bunch of people that also probably in their life have been a treasury during the university year. But what's going to make a difference is you say that you're a treasury, but what did you do there, right? What did you do there? What impact did you bring there that is different than the rest of the people?
Yep.
That's where it counts.
There's two more questions from YouTube.
Okay.
Any angle for this?
There's one question here. Is the essay must be submitted in English? Yes, it has
Yes,
to
it
be
has to be in English.
No other language.
No more knowing less. No, it has to be in English.
Okay,
Is that
related to English nih. Kayak,
Uh-huh.
Is there any specific expectation regarding the essay? Is it like more of an SAT level vocabularies or narrative level novels, or just something to get the message across?
Right.
It doesn't have to be SAT or like GMAT or GRE language. No, because probably we don't understand what most of the words are. But
Who
what?
do? But
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Yeah, it's gonna be confusing for us. But yeah, yang penting it's communicable. Yang penting itu we understand what you are trying to say and explain or like tell the story to us.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be like you're writing a book, right? Doesn't have to be narrative. Doesn't have to be like you said. Doesn't have to be GMAT. Doesn't have to be SAT vocabulary. No, doesn't have to be. If that was imposed, it probably wouldn't get 60 people.
Yeah.
So you don't have. But what's most important is this. Most important is the storyline as well as the key messages, right? So it's not only a kind of story that gets your message across. No, it's not as simple as that, because there has to be a storyline inside, right? Otherwise, you just put some bullet points, then that's not an essay, right? Just look at this. Look at the video of the info session. Look at the video where we bring the tips and tricks in writing essay, and you understand more of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about storyline. It has to flow. It has to flow, right? Next, you have a set
Yeah.
two questions.
I'm having internship right now, but my internship is going to end in the end of July. Is it okay to fulfill it in the work experience or internship part?
Yes, you can. So you just yes, you can. You can definitely put it there. You should put it there. Right? You should put it there. So again, everything, any experience that you write down doesn't have to be in the past. You can still do it right now, and it's still eligible to be input into the form. Whether it's internship, whether it's organizational, whether it's anything, right? So yes, you can still put it in. You should put it in. Just write down the exact date of when it start until the end date, right? So we know.
And there was a problem on Instagram Live. I think we went offline for a sec, but now we're back online.
But don't worry, we're going to post the video anyway
Yeah.
of this whole Q&A session into the YouTube channel as well, so you can look at it out there. All right, this is the end of the session. Any more question? One last question.
Before we
Before we close,
Close.
anything on the YouTube channel? All right,
None?
very good. Thank you guys for joining the Q&A session. Appreciate it. Look, at the end of the day, don't think too much. Write your essay, write your form, just apply.
Exactly.
Who knows, right? Who knows? All right.
All right.
Look at the video, please. We'll send the link. I think we should distribute the link
Yeah.
of the video everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I mean, to the student ambassador in each uni, and they can send it via the WhatsApp channel. We have to send it everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just in the Instagram startup.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Gotcha. All right. So
Thank you all.
Thank you guys so much
Go
for
first.
tuning in. Again, we have highlights in our Instagram account. So if you go to Youngers for Indonesia Instagram account, there's gonna be a story highlight, and it's hashtag YLI 101. And there's a few tips from our YLI alumni about how to nail the selection process. I think that'd be amazing. And if you missed our last session last Saturday, I think you can go to our YouTube account. Just go to YouTube and then search for Young Leaders for Indonesia. And if you know our logo, just click on it, click on our account, and then you can watch the live session video there because we already uploaded it there. And also, if you're curious about what kind of activities that we usually do in the past in the past forums, there's also like a few videos there as well. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Instagram live and YouTube live. If you have follow-up questions, more questions about anything, you can visit our Instagram and then write a message there, or like you can send an email to our contact at YLI.ID. And we also have a Line official account that you can also ask questions there. Alright, thank you again, and we'll look forward to receiving your application. And yeah, can't wait to read your application, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. What's up?
Dude, kita cuma